This is a drive from home with TT for the Millwall drive home. And I've also got ZDT. How are you, Zac?
Yeah, it's been a good day except for Millwall losing.
Well, obviously. So it finished Millwall 2, Derby County 3. And obviously we were not at the game, but we watched it on the laptop. Let's start with the positives. We actually had some decent football to watch. I say decent reasonably loosely. It was good to watch the boys back playing football. There's no getting away from it. It's a very disappointing result. It's a result you want us to be better than what we were. I don't think we were quite. I don't think we quite gave the effort that you want from a Millwall team, and obviously we definitely suffered without having the crowd. When you look through the starting lineup, we started with Bart in goal. We had a back four of Marlon Romeo as right back, centre backs of Sean Hutchinson and Jake Cooper. Left back was Murray Wallace. A midfield four of Jed Wallace on the right, Shane Ferguson on the left. Central midfield pairing of Jason Mulumbe and Ryan Woods. We had Ryan Leonard playing as a number 10, just in behind Matt Smith up front. And first off, Derby did have a lot of possession. Throughout the whole match, Derby had a lot of possession, but I felt that we broke them down really well. I felt that we were able to break quickly, and for all their possession, they had one or two chances. And what I take away from that game is the fact that Derby took their chances. Sibley for Derby was by far the man of the match. He's had he's had four chances, and he's created nearly all of his own chances. Good positioning, and he's the difference in the match. If we take our chances, then not only do we draw the match, but I think we could win it, because we had some really, really great chances. Obviously, we start off. I felt like we started off all right. Like I said, they had good possession, but I remember in and around the 6th minute, Ryan Woods turns in the ball, plays out Marlon Romeo, who runs forward and has a shot, and that was something that I thought Marlon done really well. What do you think about Marlon Romeo's game?
I missed his pace, because his pace, his throwing, one of his throw-ins was right onto the penalty spot as well today. So yeah, well, I think he done really well.
So that happened in the second half. Very quick thinking by Marlon Romeo, puts the ball over the top to Matt Smith, who you just want to have a bit of composure in that, and that's what I'm talking about, the chances. But obviously the goal comes on 13th minute, and it's a little bit against the run of play in terms of possession, but it's a fantastic break. Wallace in the middle of the pitch, running at the defence, plays in Murray Wallace on the left, who cuts it back to Shane Ferguson. And I said to Zac when the ball was played back to Shane Ferguson, was put a good ball in, and flipping hell, was it a great ball to the back post. Matt Smith does what Matt Smith does best, and gets it above the defender, heads it past Ben Hamer in goal to put us 1-0 up. And then, obviously Derby come back into it. There was a good save by Bart by the chance created by Sibley. And I don't like to be harsh on our players, but a lot of them were rusty today. A lot of them didn't show the effort that you potentially want. And in my opinion, that was Jake Cooper's worst game in a Millwall shirt. He made so many errors. He made the error for the first goal, where he plays a pass to nobody. It gets intercepted. They play the ball through. It gets to Sibley, who goes past three players untouched, and finishes well into the top right-hand corner. And it's frustrating because it came from a drinks break. The players just did not seem to switch on after it, and they've scored straight away from it, and that's really disappointing. Something that we're going to have to get used to, but that's what you want professional footballers to switch straight back on. 3 of them were getting back into position. We didn't set ourselves. Cooper makes the mistake. He made 2 mistakes in the second half. He made a mistake to give a tackle on Tom Lawrence in about the 40th minute, where he brought him down, and Waghorn then hits the bar. So many. In the second half, he gives the ball away again, allows one of the Derby players to run through on goal, and he kind of mishits his shot. I think Murray Wallace makes an excellent block, and it's to be expected. You expect players to not be match sharp afterwards, and to be fair, one player makes a difference today. If you look at our second half performance, that's where it's the most disappointing. You go 1-1 at half time, where we haven't played badly and we haven't played to our level, but then we create the chance with the Marlon Romeo ball over the top, and it's very disappointing to see Smith not show the composure in that area, and you just want him to do more there. I felt that Ryan Leonard had a decent game. I know people are really split on Ryan Leonard, but I thought his energy, obviously he had an effort right on half time where he's running through on goal, and a great, probably the best bit of skill you're going to see a long time with Matt Smith nutmegging Wayne Rooney, who puts Ryan Leonard through, shows a turn of pace, which I was surprised about, gets away from the defender, hits the shot with the outside of his right foot, and it's well saved at the near post. Hamer again tipping over the bar. But second half, I don't think we really got into it. Other than the goal right at the end from Budvarsson, which was a bit of a knock around, a ball into the box. It was well crossed in by Conor Mahoney. Falls to Budvarsson, who puts it into the top of the goal. The goal on 50 minutes for Derby to put them ahead was the mistake. He played the ball blind. He got intercepted. And then, Derby are 2-1 up. They go 3-1 up with a good bit of play. There's no doubt in that. They broke well against us, played it wide. The ball's put into the box, and Sibley just seems to just nonchalantly just taps it into the corner, and it's well played by him. Waghorn's put him through. What am I taking out of the game? Well, you can do your man of the match, and then I'll do my man of the match. So who was your man of the match for?
I think there's 3 players that played really well today, but I think Ryan Leonard, because he just surprised me. Like, he showed some pace, and I was like, I've never seen Ryan Leonard show that much pace, and he just... Oh, that chance was so unlucky as well, because he hits it with the outside of his foot, as I called the me goal, because, well, the me shot, because I don't use my left foot, but he just tries it, and it's a fantastic save.
Other than him, who would you say other standout good performances from Millwall?
Either Marlon Romeo and Jed Wallace.
I thought Jed was pretty quiet, to be honest, and I think that's to be said about a lot of our players. A lot of our players didn't really get into the game. I thought Malumbe and Woods did all right. What I don't mind if you don't pressure up front. If you're not going to pressure up front, that's fine. But as soon as it gets in and around of our box, you've got to be making challenges. And far too often in that game, we just allowed the Derby players too much time, too much space to do what they want. And they've got quality players, and they're going to cut I thought Lawrence for them had done nothing in the game, and Rooney was pretty quiet. He dictated it and slowed the game down, but I don't think obviously he got in no attacking positions, probably holding that deep midfield position. To be fair, he played all right, and I'll say now my man of the match was Sibley. I thought Sibley was the standout performer in the game, was the difference in the game, and is the reason why Derby have gone away from an empty den with a 3-2 win, and they deserve the 3 points. I still believe we can, the next game is massively important. I did say when I done my pre-match preview that we have to win one of the first 2 games. If you lose the first 2, the players' heads are going to drop, and they might just see out the rest of the season not putting much effort in. If we win, we're still in with a chance of the playoffs, and then we can kick on. Like I said, our running is easily doable. We can still do this. It's probably the most, I'm really down about football now. I've not missed the feeling where you feel absolutely gutted that your team's lost. And not only I'm gutted that we lost, but we didn't get to go to the game. I had to do another online session with my boys. I'm not allowed to. We've not started training back up out in the field yet. That's coming hopefully this week or next week. But yeah, I'm pretty down about football, and there's no other way of getting back to it. But let's hope that I think our next match is Tuesday, where we've got. I think it's Barnsley. It might be Barnsley. She's having dominoes. I'm not having dominoes tonight. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens for the rest of the season, and hopefully we can kick on from that. Match rating out of 10 for the Lions.
It was a rough start, so I'll give us a 6 today.
A 6. I'll give us overall a team rating of about 5. We can do better. I thought if we could quickly go to ref watch, I thought he was shocking, to be honest. Waghorn, this disastrous challenge in the first half where he could have got sent off. He gives a foul from a corner that was, for a push from Smith, but he didn't get anywhere near him. The player slipped. I don't think it was his best performance, but then I'm in a miserable mood, so the ref was never going to get a good performance from me. And we'll leave it there. So we'll obviously do a pre-match preview, and I'm gonna break it down more tactically when because I've got the time to do it, and so I'll break it down more tactically and see what I'm going to happen for the next preview. If you don't mind, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the Mill Drive Home if you're not subscribed. There's only one way we can end it, Zach. No one likes us.
We don't care.